G'day! Right. I haven't been putting many videos on, or if I do put them on, they're only on just for Lewis and whoever else is sparring, just to watch, figure out what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. It's a wonderful thing about videos. I've said before, haven't I? In my day, you had to remember. Now, somebody will throw a few shots at you. You got to remember them shots to figure out what they're doing. Nowadays, you can just go on a video, watch the sparring, figure out, you know what they're bloody doing, you know, and then you think, oh, how do I counter it? And you practice it, and then when you get back sparring, you counter it that way. And it should work. If it don't work, then you ain't thinking right. Anyway, right, so where am I? Yeah, a week away. Saturday today. Next Saturday, Lewis has got his fight. Cheers everyone. Back on the Murphys, always on the Murphys. Trouble is I'm drinking too much bloody Murphys, that's my problem. You know, and I'm not training as hard as I normally do because I'm training Lewis. So, you know, I can't get him in here and me train. I gotta train him. So, you know, I'm not as fit as I normally am. But then again, that's probably in the mind. I've probably been doing it 40 years. I probably am as fit as I normally am. Who knows? I don't need it for it anyway, do I? Doing it, not going to be fighting. My elbow's still fucked up. Anyway, we're talking about Lewis. He's at 70%. 70. I ain't got my teeth in. Which, you know, did I think he'd get 70? I'm somebody once said, what did they say? I'm a spitting sawdust type of trainer. I'm not sure what that means, but I think it means old school. Definitely bloody old school, mate. Why? Why am I old school? I'll tell you, because I'm bloody old. Yeah. So where's Lewis at? He's at 70%. He did some sparring with Duncan. Did very well. If you can last against Duncan, you know, coming forward, because he likes to come forward, he likes to get you up close, and so he can stick his shots on. Especially if you're moving. Yeah, he did well. He managed to stay out his way some of the time, but it was a great spar for him. So yeah, watch sparring. It'd be the last sparring. Yeah, he did quite good. Yeah, so Lewis's glimmers, little glimmers, or what do I say, little flashes of excellence is coming out in his sparring. Little, you know, I just wish I had longer to train him before the fight. But he's got a week. Maybe we can fit 3 more sparring sessions in that week. Here we go. Old school. Spar, spar, spar and spar. And like the new people, they don't spar much, I don't think. The newer ones probably have about 3 rounds a bloody week. Well, Lewis is having a minimum of 30, I would say. Anyway, flashes of brilliance, and he can see it. He can see it. The trouble is, with my mind, I can see things, but I'm just not quick enough to do it. He's the same. He can see things, he's just not quick enough to do it. But his body's quick enough. My body ain't quick enough. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. You just got to tweak his mind. He, like I say, flashes of brilliance, and then he just sit there and let himself get hit. It's on my wall. If you move, you won't get hit. If you stay still, you get hit. So Lewis, I know you're watching this, mate. Think about that. Every time you stay still, that's when you get hit. Guarantee you. You watch them videos, watch every single video, and you'll see the only time you get hit, you might get hit once or twice when you throw a jab and they throw a jab, but you'll watch every time you get hit is when you stay still. Fucking simple. This is a wonderful thing about boxing. It's so simple. So yeah, he's got to move a little bit more. He moves good. I've got to pull him up on something. I'll show him tomorrow. Yeah, he moves good. He just needs to come out and chuck them punches. That's, you know, on the night, when somebody's steaming into you, he's gonna be chucking them punches. We're trying to drill in to his head. I won't mention what punches, but if the other lad happens to be sharper or fitter, then it's gonna have to dig in, go to the trenches. You know, he might have to make a scrap of it. And that's what we got to work on. I only got a week. We got to work on making a scrap. How to bloody get up close, stick on him, and just chuck them punches. What we've been practicing. Yeah. I'm not going to say too much about Lewis, you know, but 70%. Did I expect him to be 70%? No. You go back 2 weeks ago, no chance. He's just all of a sudden picked up and improving. He's improved every spar. You know, now when I say improves every spar, now after the first 3 rounds, it goes a bit iffy. But I'm only training for 3 rounds. This is a difference. I'm not training him too much, so I'm actually only counting the first 3 rounds. Yeah, he's not doing the 3 rounds against somebody who's also done 3 rounds, may I add. He's doing 3 rounds against a completely fresh person. So that does make a difference. You know, he's just had a round, and then somebody's coming in who hasn't done anything, who's raring to go, and he's just had a round, you know. So it does take you off. So training him for basically for just 3 rounds. I do like the 30 seconds rest. I do like to train for 3 minutes, but because he's fighting for 2, and I've only had 12 weeks training, I've got to train him for just 2-minute rounds. You know, I like to have the 3 because it's a walk in the park. Even because I'm training him, I do go on the punch bags with him sometimes, but I'm getting used to the bloody 2 minutes. When I'm on the 3 minutes, I'm like looking at the clock, thinking, hold on, it should be finishing, because I'm now getting used to the 2 minutes. Plus, I'm drinking too much bloody Murphy's. Anyway, yeah. So what else I've got to talk about? Yeah, we've had 2 lads coming down. Jamie and Tommy. Jamie's had 9 fights. He's disappeared for the past couple of weeks. You know, things like that do happen. Yeah, getting here, he's got to catch a bus, get it to the bus station, and from the bus station he's got to get it here, and then yeah, he's got a wife and kids, and then he's got to really catch a bus back here to the bus station, and he's got to get the bus to where he lives. It's a lot of hassle, you know. So I'm sure Jamie will be coming back. He's got a fight at some point within 2 months anyway, so I'm sure if he knows what's best for him, he will come back. Tommy, now, what do I got to say about Tommy? Oh. He's getting like Lewis. He's getting better every spar. Believe it or not, he's only been training, only been boxing 2 weeks. You see, Tommy, if you go to the last sparring session, your first round Lewis is in is against Tommy, you know, been hit too much, as you all know. It's against Tommy, and the wonderful thing about Tommy, I can tell him something, and he's in there. I don't know if he's an intelligent lad or he's just a natural born fighter, but you tell him something. Sorry, fucking tongue hurts. Yeah, got it. Lewis hit me with an uppercut, cut both sides of my tongue. And so sometimes, because it's probably a little bit flatter than what it normally is, when I talk, I bloody bite it. So, you know, yeah. So, Tommy, yeah, he's everything you tell him. I've just made a few videos just now before I made this. Send it to him. And I can guarantee you, he'll watch every one and he will practice every one. What he doesn't realise is, now I'm not being big-headed, take it as you want, I'm just telling the truth from my view. If he's been boxing 2 weeks with me, I would say that's equal to probably four months at a boxing club, to be honest. Because here he gets 1-to-1, proper 1-to-1. All right, Lewis is here, but while Lewis is doing something, I give Lewis something to do, combinations on the bag, and then I fuck off and have a word with him. Sorry to swear to you wonderful ladies watching. Yeah, so yeah, Tommy, he's going to be good. He is 100%. It's up to him what he wants to do. You know, when I was younger, I wanted to be bloody, you know, turn pro. Did it happen? Nah. But that's enough about me. Maybe I can, like I said, I'm always dreaming. I want to get somebody and turn them pro. I know what happened. They'd dick off and make lots of money, but so what? Don't matter. Yeah, so Tommy, watch him. You know, when Lewis has had his fight, Lewis is going to probably just train a little bit and they can train together. Them two training together would be good. I know Lewis is a lot heavier, but, you know, sometimes, like with everything, you aspire on a heavier lad. Sometimes the speed can make it up, but you're used to the heavier lads' heavier punches. So when you're light and then you're going against someone who's light, it's like, oh, is that it? Do you know what I mean? I've always said, to train hard and to train well, you need to be out of your comfort zone. You know, and that's, the harder you make it for yourself, the harder you make it for yourself, the easier it actually becomes for you. You know, hence why I do 3 minutes, not 2. Because when you do 3 minutes, even now, well, before, when I did 3 minutes and I did 2 minutes spar, it was, oh, I only just got going. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, have I got anything else to talk about? Not without giving any secrets away. But yeah, can Lewis win this fight? Well, yes, he can. He certainly can. I've even got a picture of the lad who he's fighting up on the wall. I won't show it. If he knew we had his picture up on the wall, would he be pissed off? Probably. You know, I don't put stuff on YouTube in case he's watching. If you are watching, mate, God bless you. And yeah, you should be honoured that we got your picture up on the wall, mate. Because there's only 3 pictures on the wall. And yours is one of them. You know, and he hasn't even come down here. So you should be honoured, mate. You know, but I don't hold any animosity to him or his corner. Got some nice lads in his corner, you know. One of them, I just know him by name. Don't really know him. Never, have I met him in person? Not really, but I will meet him. Next Saturday for the big fight. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to leave it at that. I'm not going to start talking about anything. Anyone wants me to talk about any videos, get in touch, let me know. I'll do a video. You know, I get lonely. I ain't got many friends, you know, so I'll do you a video. But not sexual. You know, unless you're into granddads. Big hairy daddies. Anyway, right, over and out. God bless you all, and don't forget, hit first, hit hard, keep on hitting on the street.